All right. Today's story is also from the book Jaya by Devdutt Patnaik. Now, my husband and I were having a discussion on Krishna's Vishwaroopam. Now, after the war begins,
Hmm.
just before the beginning of the Mahabharata Kurukshetra war, Arjuna is in a dilemma, and that is when Krishna shows his Vishwaroopam to Arjun, and that is when the Gita is given to him. So there was a confusion on had only Arjuna seen Vishwaroopam of Krishna. So that's when I went looking for the story. So the story begins when 13 years of exile, the Vanvas, is over, and the Pandavas are now ready to take back their kingdom, Indraprastha, which they had gambled away. So they are waiting for the Kauravas to make the move. But Duryodhana is not willing to give anything. So they send a few sages to Hastinapuri, and the sages go and talk to Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra, saying 13 years of exile is over. Duryodhana says, according to the lunar calendar, the exile may be over, but according to the solar calendar, it's not over. So they have come out and shown their identities before the exile period is over. They were supposed to be in hiding for one whole year, and it is not yet over as per the solar calendar. So the sages go back, and the Pandavas try all other methods, and finally Krishna says, okay, let me go and talk to them. So the moment Duryodhan hears that Krishna is coming, he makes all arrangements. The moment he enters, Krishna enters Hastinapuri, he sees that very lavish arrangements have been done for him. He was greeted very well with flowers and juice and everything on the way. But Krishna does not want to go and eat at the palace that night. So he chooses to go to Vidura's house. Now, Vidur, even though he is exactly as Pandu is related to Dhritarashtra, Vidur does not eat in the palace. He's considered to be of a lower caste, so he's not treated very well. And Vidur is content having vegetables grown in his own garden and eat food cooked at his own home. So Krishna goes to his humble house, spends the night with Vidur, and tells him the purpose of his visit. The next morning, when the court begins, Krishna goes and he tells the purpose of his visit. So Duryodhana says the same thing, and Krishna says, see, what you are doing is unfair. What is unfair? Krishna says, okay, at least give them 5 villages, if not the whole of Indraprastha, give them 5 villages. Let them just rule that with dignity. 5 villages? No way. Okay, at least just 5 houses? I will not give a single blade of grass or a single needle. And then Krishna gets very enraged. He says, Duryodhana, what you are doing is completely adharma. If you do not part with your kingdom, then we have no other way but to wage a war. Let there be bloodshed. Let there be war, and the winner will just get to be the king. This enrages Duryodhana very much, and he calls, guards, arrest this cowherd immediately. How dare he declare a war against me? The moment the guards come to catch hold of Krishna, immediately the whole place becomes completely bright. Well lit, huge light. And Krishna is no longer that one single person. He is a huge human being with thousands of heads, with the whole universe inside him, the animals, the beings, the forest, all the landforms, everything. And Dhritarashtra is not understanding what is happening. What is happening? Can someone tell me? And then everybody is so amazed at what they are seeing. They don't know what they are seeing. And nobody is responding to Dhritarashtra. So he says, Krishna, I know I am blind, but just please give me the ability to see me just this once. And so Dhritarashtra also gains the vision. And that moment, he sees Krishna's Vishwaroopam. He's so awestruck. And that very second, he says, Krishna, please take my vision away. After seeing you in this form, I do not want to see anything else. And so does Dhritarashtra go blind, and the whole place becomes completely dark. Before they all gain their senses, Krishna is nowhere to be seen. Duryodhana is just too blinded by his arrogance that he thinks Krishna is just a magician who just fooled him and disappeared. That annoys him further. So that is an interesting turn of events, because all the while we've been thinking that it is only Arjuna who got to see Krishna's Vishwaroopam. There is also another version that Dhritarashtra's charioteer Sanjaya, who saw the Kurukshetra war from day 1 to day 18, because he was the only one who was giving the live commentary of the war to Dhritarashtra, telling exactly what was happening in the battlefield. So it is also said, as per one of the versions, that when Krishna showed his Vishwaroopam to Arjuna, Sanjay also saw. So if you have read any other versions, if you know that Krishna's Vishwarupa was seen by anybody else, go ahead, post it in the comments and share your views. So that's the end of the story for today.